3, 1. It's focus at 5 time. I've got a little party trick to show you this afternoon. Oh, the sun's shining on me again. 2 seconds just before anyone joins. I'll wind the blind down a little bit. Because, you know, I think that's got it. Has that got it? Has that got it? Oh, that's a bit better. Okay. Alrighty. So today, I've got a little party trick to show you. I was out at a function this afternoon and it made me remember, which I think I've probably taken you guys through before, but it made me remember being taught about a little move that you can do if you're out at a function and you maybe have baggy pants on like I've got, or you've got a dress on, and you don't necessarily want to show anybody that you're actually burning calories and working out. So there is a way to show you how to stand that isn't necessarily detectable by anyone. So it will show you how to just work the muscles and gently burn calories while you're simply standing. And yes, the body can work while you're standing. And it will also train your balance. Now, I've had high shoes on today, but again, I'm going to show it to you still with bare feet. So, and it will literally only take minutes. So this might be a very short, sharp, succinct focus at 5, but it's a cool little party trick. I was shown this by a rehabilitation specialist, one who I've learned a lot of moves from, but what her job was many years ago was to train models. And of course, you know what models are like. She said they all want to be stick thin. In order to get jobs, they have to be toned or they have to be thin. So she showed them a move while they're standing around that will keep on working their butts and core and everything. Hey there, but I just love having you. At least sometimes if it's just you and I, Deb, at least I know I've got somebody to talk to. All right, so let's pretend you are at a function. Whether you're in high shoes, flat shoes, sandals, boots, whatever it is. Let's still come into mountain pose. No one need know that you are doing any of these moves with your toes, your knees, your hips, whatever. It can all be absolutely undetectable. So let's first come into an engaged mountain pose, and then I'll show you how to tip it into the other move. So spread your toes. Bring them down into the floor, like we've done, always like we've done. Bring your body up. Let's come up onto the toes for a minute. No, you don't have to go standing up on the toes at the party, but you know, just get that. Let's just get this happening with us right now for us today. And slowly come down on the outer blades of your feet, always without rolling, and bring your feet back onto your heels. Okay, so first, you've got this groundedness into the earth. Knees bent, pelvis, so knees bent to the point where you're feeling these muscles here engage, pelvis tilted right under, so your butt tucks right under, with your feet gripping. So just remember, normally we kind of stand a little bit like this with the belly out and the bum out. Tilt everything right under. Now round up those tailbone muscles. Round them up, like really squish them up. You're gripping tight onto that $1 million lotto ticket. Now start to lift the ribs, the chest. So now you've still got your grip in the floor. You still have your knees bent. You still have your pelvis tilted. You have your ribs up. Already just standing like this, you don't necessarily look like you're standing oddly, but you're working muscles. Now, if you have baggy pants on or a dress, you can now, I want you to roll your knees out. Now, undetectable in baggy pants. Now, if I had my yoga leggings on, you'd see it. But I'm wanting to show, I stayed in my afternoon party gear. I went to a function today. So I stayed in my gear so that you could see this. Now roll your knees out. Roll those knees out And yes, if I pull my pants out like this, yes, my knees have rolled out. But you don't have to see that. Now your butt rolls even tighter under. So feel these muscles up here? These are the ones working now. Sternum up, shoulders back. So if you were standing, let's say you don't have a drink in your hand or food plate or anything yet. So let's just stand, turn the hands around, turn the arms, roll the arms in the socket, bring your little hand forward, thumb to the back, and you've rolled your arms, your shoulders right around, right around. Yes, I know this is probably going to be a little bit significant. You're not going to stand at a party like this, are you? So, feet gripped, knees bent, pelvis tilted, knees out, lift through the ribs, turn the arms around. Feel now how hard your body is working. All right, let's make it look a little bit more natural. Let the hands just go. Let the hands just go, but your shoulders, remember the shoulders are still turned out. Your shoulders aren't forward, they're out. Now let's say you've got a glass of wine, piece of food, you're chatting to people. Your body is engaged and burning burning calories by engaging your muscles. Feet, knees rolled out, pelvis tilted, glutes under, ribs up. La 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 la, you're having a cup of tea or you have your champagne and you've got your hors d'oeuvres and you're standing around talking. Your body is working. All right, release it out. Kick it out. I'm going to show you another little trick now. Okay. So this rehab specialist that I learned all this from, she would teach her models how to just hold that pose and then particularly shift the weight. You know what young kids are like. They come off of the weight onto one leg and the hip is bent and they're just slouchy. She showed them how to manipulate that stance so that they could come onto one side, rest the other leg, and then come onto the other side while still burning those calories and making that body work. Okay, we're going to go back into it now. You know what to do now. Feet forward. Grip the toes. Let's just come up so that you know those toes are seriously gripped. Toes in, coming down on the outer blade of the feet. Weight comes back into the heels. Knees bent, pelvis tilted. Roll the knees out so that your muscles here kick in and everything's rolled out. Ribs tilted. Glutes are switched on. Knees bent. Still can't quite detect that you're standing like this if you've got a dress or baggy pants on. Now let's tilt your weight, holding all this musculature. Just tilt the weight to the right, tilt the weight to the right. Just tilt to the right. The right knee now is taking a lot of weight. The right foot is working. Your right glute well and truly up and under. Right ribs inside. Now let's just kind of let that left leg go. So whether you just come up onto balance here, or whether you just bring it behind, or whether you've got your heels on, or whether you stand like this, or you're just having a chat to someone. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Switched on. Your whole right side is switched on and engaged. Now while I've been demonstrating this, I'm building up a sweat. Feet gripped, knee bent, glute rounded, knee, now turn it out. Ooh, and you are feeling muscles here going, holy mother of God. Bottom ribs up, lift, right arm out, but you're holding your plate or your glass of champagne. Now your whole right side should be just about screaming because it's working so hard. Okay, now let's shift to the left leg. Grip through the foot, toes, feet, grip, knee bend, pelvis tilted under, pelvis under, knee, now roll it out, bottom ribs forward. Now you've shifted your weight to the other leg and you can probably stand like this with you're not doing this. You've literally lifted one side of your body and your foot might be on the heel, or you might just stand like this, or you might stand like that, but your foot is gripped, knee is bent. Now you roll it out. Glute under, ribs forward. Remember this left arm, out. Shoulder back, engaged. Hand here, out, and maybe the hand here holding your champagne or your food or whatever. Or you just might be just standing like this, chatting to someone. Your whole left side is engaged. Now let's just see if we can do a little transition. Transition to the right side, foot down. Just transition to the right side. Just remember, foot gripped, knee bent, knee rolled out, glutes tucked, lift, shoulder out, and you've transitioned. Right side, completely working. Make sure this particularly is forward, forward, tucked, and rounded out. Now this is undetectable if you're in the kind of gear that doesn't necessarily detect it. Just a little gentle shift to the other leg, just gently shift your weight. And literally, if you just kept doing this, knee bent, foot grip, knee bent, rolled out, glute under, lift. It's undetectable that you are actually doing a 15-minute workout. So this literally is a 15-minute workout. Now, both feet together. Come back, centralize your weight. Feet grip, knees bent, roll them out. Glutes under, ribs forward. Hands come out, stretch the hands now. And breathe. Pretend you're just, la la la, talking. And you're talking with your hands, but you've got your shoulder blades back. If you had a long blouse on, or you don't have to see that I'm standing weirdly because I've got baggy clothes on. Oh, now kick it out. Oh, kick it out. Are you feeling that? Could you feel that has really worked through your body? So, some functions you do a lot of sitting, but there are some functions you go to and you do a lot of standing. And what happens when you stand a lot at functions? Bum comes out, we probably slouch off, and we shift from one side of the leg and we shift to the other. And after a while, the body just starts to ache, especially if you're in high shoes. The body just starts to ache because the belly's forward and the bum's out. And we're slouching. So just remember, tuck it all under, lift all this up, lift it up. Remember, postural muscles coming up your back. So I hope you found that helpful, interesting. Hi Lois, good to see you too. Just in case you've tuned in and you missed it all, when this video loads up, go back and have a little look and try it out. So the next function you go to, practice this a few times, and next time you find yourself at a function where you're standing around, or maybe you're standing on a bank queue, or wherever you're standing at the checkout, just do your foot, knee, pelvis, roll out, lift, and one side of the body at a time, do your little shift, one other side of the body. I'm sweating. It's a workout. So, just in case you've got some functions on the weekend, girls, this might have been a little bit helpful. Oh, I didn't do it at today's function. I was sitting down a lot and eating and drinking a lot. But anyway, I thought, I know what I'm going to show the girls. It's a really cool move. And of course, the woman who taught me is just, my age, built like this, and oh God, gorgeous. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining me. See you soon.